So, hello everybody. Hello, Timirlan. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm actually good. Today we are going to discuss very interesting topic that's like is very actual issue for nowadays that the whether technologies could ever replace the teachers. So I'm going to present the view of that these kind of devices cannot replace any teachers, and the Timberland will be against this position. So yeah, well, I believe that I can start. My first argument would be about that the human interaction and the emotional support. The teachers provide the very crucial emotional support and plays like important role in developing of the kid, mentorship, some motivation of it, which are very important for student and the his development. Human teachers can inspire and engage students in ways that technology cannot, for example. And the some proof of it that the research from American Psychological Association highlights the importance of the teacher-student relationships in academic success with the personal growth. Another aspect of that idea that the technology cannot replace the teachers, the classroom settings provide the opportunities for students to develop the social skills and engage in some collaborative learning, which are hard to some replicate with the technology alone. Like studies published in the journal like Social Development emphasize the role of school environment in developing social competences. So my next argument for not making technologies as a replacement of teachers, that the teacher can help students develop critical thinking and the problem-solving skills by engaging them with some discussion, debates, and some interactive learning activities, while the technologies cannot provide this interesting way of studying. Like the National Education Association points out that teachers are essential in fostering some critical thinking and through some interactive and adaptive learning environments. While, as I said before, like no no devices, like the devices don't have any possibility for making very interesting lesson for every student. That's just impossible. And also, teacher can provide context, some real-world applications, and adjust their teaching strategies based on the some classroom dynamics and the individual students' needs. Something that technologists struggle with. So, for example, the article of the Edutopia discussed the limitation of technologies in understanding and addressing the nuanced need of the students. So for example, for nowadays, technologies is not developed enough for teaching us. I believe that the technologies it's best like assistant for teacher and for human. That's why the technologies like never will never will replace teachers. That that's just impossible because we will lose we have a lot of drawbacks of this idea. So yeah, thank you for listening to me. That was very interesting discussion.
Okay,
Not discussion, I
thank you,
just
Ilyas,
yeah.
for your
Thank you.
position. And now I'm going to present mine. And I think that technology easily can replace teachers like humans, and technologies can become teachers themselves. How is that? I think we have to define what are technologies. Many might think about the AI, like ChatGPT, and that you just type something and say, educate me. And of course, that is not essential. That is not like possible only to learn with ChatGPT and only to be educated by them. And ChatGPT cannot replace that. But if we wider the definition of technologies to that range, that we will include any machines, computers, AI, of course. And if we consider technologies as super smart AI with that can bring more tools with him, and if we make him like with a voice, if we make him like, if we give him the skin, the human body, why they cannot replace the humans teachers? They can easily do that, because with the advancement of technologies, the AI, the technologies will be much, much better, smarter, and more advanced than the human's brain. And they can perform on another level than the humans, because we all understand that the humans make mistakes and the teachers make mistakes. Sometimes they don't know all of the knowledge that they should bring, that they should get to the audience, to the people, to the students. And I know from my own experience that teachers can be a good and a bad, and majority of the teachers are bad, actually. Just a few of them can actually give you a knowledge and inspiration, as Ilyas said. And sometimes you get like disappointed to the subject because of the teachers. But if we adjust technologies to our needs, to our desires, we can make technologies more satisfying to the people, to the students, than real life teachers. In my opinion, technologies will be and are a good way to educate people, and I think they can be more effectively even than the human beings. And also, I wanted to answer to the arguments of Ilyas. He said that social environment is a good for students, and that only with the human life teachers you can interact and be a good student, and that only with the social environment you can like progress. But the social environment can be with technologies as well. As I said, if you bring the technologies into the human body AI or something like that, and it will teach the students, then I think social environment stays as well, and people just gather at classes as well. They interact with each other, communicate. Just the teacher will be the not the real human. And technologies, and also Elias said that only with the human teacher lessons can be interesting, but I do not agree with that statement at all, because technologies can be interesting even more, because as I said, many teachers don't love their work. They just staying because maybe they cannot do other work, or I don't know why, but many of the teachers don't like their subject themselves. And I know just a few teachers in my life that really inspired me to study something, and just a few that really like their subject and wants to teach, not because of the money, but because of the fact that they like teaching. But with technologies, we can decrease the amount of teachers that are not effective and not interesting. Maybe some robots or technologies will be like boring because of the fact that they're cheap, but we can I think, decrease the amount of boring lessons to the minimum. I think that's all of my speech. You have some arguments, counter arguments, some opinion?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have some rebuttal of your opinion on that the technologies can make the very social environment for students. Like like robots can look like person and the human body. Well, everybody will know that that's a robot. That's not a human and that's not real. And like I know that's a very hypothetical question, but anyway, for today, people will not believe in any technologies that they will teaching them. Like, for example, how can robot interact with people and mostly like, you know, motivated them, some giving some like samples from their lives. Like the teachers must be inspirational of their students. Teachers must be not like idol, I guess, but one of the people, one of the person who can, inspire them to do something in this field. Like it cannot work for every student because we have like different interests, but like some of them can make everything. I know that like we have a lot of teachers who are not who are doing their like job improperly, but you know that's a lie and everything will happen. And if we are talking about the ideal world, if we are talking that like that how it should be, how it's supposed to be, the teachers are more important for students there than the technologies. As I said before, technologies for nowadays, and I believe in the future, will just the assistant of the teachers because were developed it. We were developed it. And it just like would be very, unrational to replace teachers by the some robots or technologies.
I don't know about that because I would personally replace the teachers with technologies. For example, why our technologies are better and why we can benefit from them? Because they can be in any form. For example, it can be like a hologram, and it can just pop up from your laptop and say something to you. Of course, real life robots can be very scary to you, but if we just use holograms like a picture, then it can be very cool idea because of the fact that you can just ask as an AI some questions and talk with them like you talk with a 20 years experienced law teacher or law practitioner, and you ask some questions about arbitration, about Wismut, about, I don't know, other law stuff, about civil law. You talk with her about space, universe, life, and that can be even more interesting and more efficient because the AI and technology will know everything. Like they know engineering, law, and other stuff. And I think even for solo education, it can be it more efficient. And I think we have like 1 minute, so we can make a conclusion.
Well, but this hologram will not have the such experience like, for example, the real practitioner who wants to be a teacher.
Maybe, but they can read about those. But okay, that's really a good point, and that can like weaken my position. But I think anyway, my position stays better than yours. So thank you for the conversation.
Thank you. That was a good one. See
Bye.
ya.